Look at that, half an inch for 10 shots of 50. Got 4 cans there at exactly 300 yards. That's got it right on. Hey guys, and welcome to Aussie Reviews. Well, today I'm checking out the Covenanter Arms BR-22 CZ455 rifle. So let me just go ahead and clear it to start with. Now guys, this is pretty much just a CZ455 varmint barreled action that's been put into the BR-22 chassis. So it does come with all the basic paperwork that comes with a CZ rifle. So you've got your warranty information there. You've got the original CZ CD. Got a test target here by the looks of it. And last of all, we've got the CZ455 manual. So I'll give you a run by of it to start with. Now it is CNC machined with 6061 aluminium, and it's got this really nice anodized matte black finish. Like honestly, this rifle, the finish on CZs in general are pretty good, but when you add this chassis to it, it just takes it up a notch in my view. Like the chassis is finished really, really nicely. Now you get some chassis, and you know, I found, you know, I'm impressed with some, but then you get some that are just finished really high end, and you feel like you're getting, you know, value for money. So at the back, let's start there. We've got a Magpul MOE fixed buttstock, so that's so it's compliant basically in every state and territory here in Australia. So if you want, you can add a collapsible buttstock. You just have to change it to like a 6-position buffer tube. You know, it's pretty simple to do. So moving forward, I've actually replaced something on here already, and it's only because it's a personal like of mine. There was the Magpul pistol grip, okay, so that's just the MOE K. So I replaced that straight away with the Hogue finger groove grip. The only reason is, guys, I use these all the time on my ARs, so I just love the feel of them. They're cheap and they're just really nice. But that's the beauty of the chassis. You can change a pistol grip with any other AR-15 grip, no problem at all. Now the trigger on this is a custom Timney trigger assembly. So why I say it's a custom trigger is obviously a Timney trigger is custom, but they've actually got their own trigger blade as well. So they've modded it a little bit there as well. But it's a fairly crisp pull on this, that's for sure. So we'll just go ahead and measure it. There we go, so 3.6 pounds, so, but very crisp, and you can adjust it. So I won't adjust it, I'm just going to do the review as is. Now the bolt handle on this is a Stirk custom bolt knob. Okay, so basically just like a tactical bolt knob. It's just going to give you that easy manipulation in the palm of your hand. Now the 10 round mag is just a standard metal CZ magazine. Nothing special there, however you do have this extended mag release just here in front. Now the fore end has M-LOK compatibility, so you know, you want to add Picatinny rails and stuff like that, you can do all that. It opens that up to you. At the front, what I've done basically is I've got a Picatinny rail just underneath, and then I've put my YHM or Yankee Hill machine stud adapter, so it basically just gives me a sling stud, and then I've put my Harris bipod on from there. Now the barrel here is completely free floating. Okay, it's a heavy varmint profile, as I say. So it's 20.5 inches in length, or 52 centimeters. Cold hammer forged steel, being the CZ barrels, very high quality, and you know, I'm expecting some really decent accuracy out of this. So there's been a few of you guys who have said to me, you know, Aussie, you've never reviewed a CZ rifle. Well, it's going to happen today, but in an upmarket chassis. So just on top here, I've put the American Defense Manufacturing one-piece rings, okay, really high quality, and it's going to give me the height I need, to get that side alignment. And I've put the Schmidt & Bender Summit 2.5 to 10 by 40 scope on top. So yeah, look guys, I've gone high end with it because this chassis is very high end, so I wanted to complete the package. Now, overall weight of this is 3.75 kilos or 8.25 pounds, so it adds a little bit more weight than the standard CZ varmint rifle, which is 3.5 kilos or 7.7 pounds. Now, it is available only in right hand at this stage, but I did notice on the website, if you want a left-hand version of this, email them. So I'd imagine they're trying to gather enough people to see if there's enough interest to start making left-handed models. So everything here, guys, with this chassis is made right here in Australia. So I'm really proud of that. And it's great to see that there's more manufacturers coming back here in Australia, especially in the firearms community. So, big plus, big thumbs up to them for that. So overall, you're going to pay $1,900 for the complete rifle, obviously minus the scope and the rings. If you've already got a CZ455 and you want to get the chassis, it's going to cost you $895. Okay, so guys, I'm really excited. Let's get out on the farm now. I want to put this rifle through various different tests, but we've got to get it sighted in first, so let's get to it. Okay guys, so let me run you through the different types of ammunition that we've got. Now first of all, we'll try the RWS High Velocity, which is a 40 grain hollow point. Then we'll go to the RWS Subsonic, which is also a 40 grain hollow point. Then we'll go to Ely Match, which is the 40 grain solid. Then we'll go to the 42 grain Winchester Power Points. And then last of all, we'll go to the reliable CCI Standards, which is just a 40 grain solid. Okay, so I've got a target down there at 50 yards. So what we'll do is we'll fire 10 shot groups and we'll see what sort of accuracy we can achieve with this setup. Okay, so some very interesting results here, guys. Let's take a closer look. Okay, so we started off with the RWS high velocity. We're about half an inch there. Yep, look at that, half an inch for 10 shots at 50. Then come down to the RWS subsonic, a little bit more spread there. Still not too bad, I think we'll be under that inch. Yep, 0.9 of an inch. Then we come up to the Ely match, a little bit tighter there, and we're at, I'd say close to, yep, 0.8 of an inch. Then we come up to the Winchester 42 grain power points. I mean, yeah, they spread, didn't they? I'm not too happy with that. Yeah, about 2 inch spread there. Then down to the CCI standards. Now this surprised me because CCI standard is normally just a really good all-rounder. They're not much better. They've come in at about 1.9 inches. So clearly that RWS high velocity hollow point is going to be the favourite. I'm probably just going to move it over just a couple of clicks to the left here, and let's have some fun with the rifle. So we're just going to load up now, guys. We've got 4 cans there at exactly 300 yards. So this is something that I really enjoy doing. You know, I just love plinking with the 22, especially at longer ranges where obviously the round isn't, you know, too accurate. You've got to take into consideration, you know, wind and obviously the elevation. I mean, most of the time you have to hold right over just to get it on target. But it is just a lot of fun and it really tests you. And I find that you can really develop quite decent shooting skills with practicing this. So now, let's see how we go with this rifle. Okay, so we're low, and that was at the bottom of the crosshairs. Okay, trying to hold over a bit more. Getting there. A bit high. Not far off. Oh, yeah, I think we're pretty close now. I've got a holdover point. See how we go now. Yeah, there we go. Finally. Okay, now on to the next one. That's got it right on. Still a bit of impact, isn't there, for the little 22 at that distance. That's got it. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the chassis system from Coventer Arms. Now look, Coventer Arms, Australian made as I said, they've really gone out on a limb to produce something quality for the Australian market. Now the CZ455 is probably one of the most popular rimfires here in Australia, and for good reason. I mean, CZ is quality but at an affordable price. It's always been like that. Everyone who's a shooter here in Australia knows that ever since growing up. You know, the old Bruno, the old CZ rifles, they were everywhere, you know, and for good reason. They just simply work, they're quite accurate and at an affordable price. So, you know, I'm not surprised they came up with the chassis system for the 455. Couple of things that I've really found annoying. Now, keep in mind, guys, I've been using this all day. So, you know, I've really had a great opportunity to pick up likes and dislikes that I have personally with the system. The first thing that's just stands out to me is the lack of a folding stock adapter. Now, I know that people in New South Wales can't have them, but places like here in Queensland where we can, it's an absolute necessity on a chassis system where you've got a bolt action. Because how do you get the bolt out? You know, with these, you've got to take the whole stock off, which is just very time consuming. Or if you want to patch out, you've got to patch out from the muzzle end. And, you know, that's got hairs on it too, because, you know, you start damaging that crown, you know, when you put in the jag down there, that can really hurt your accuracy down the track. So, you know, that's the things that I don't like. I'd love to see with the magazine here, like an over-molded, you know, synthetic mag, so you know it still goes in, but it takes up the entire mag well there to really give it that AR look. I mean, that'd just be awesome. It's definitely got the feel of the AR-15. I mean, I'm used to using the AR-15. As soon as I bring this up to the shoulder, my thumb automatically goes to disengage that safety, because it's just got the authentic feel of it. So, you know, 10 out of 10 for them for that. When you put a stock on, a pistol grip, you know, you've got the fore end, you know, a chassis system starts going up in price. So I think overall, for $1,900, it's not badly priced. It's for people who appreciate high-end stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, all the joins here and just how it is finished is extremely high-end. This is not a cheap mass production chassis by any means. So look, depending on what you want to do, you can put a adjustable stock on the back, you can put a shorter fore end, longer fore end, you know, Picatinny rails, I mean, you name it. It really opens up so many different options when you go to like an AR-15 platform. So, you know, for me, I really quite like it. You know, shooting longer range, a lot of fun too. I mean, you can really get a good position in your shoulder, pulling back on that pistol grip, got the bipod at the front there. It's just so easy and simple to shoot. So anyhow guys, look, that's my honest thoughts on it. The only real problems I had with the actual rifle was I had a couple of jams with the magazine, and that seemed to be the last round, probably about 6 or 7 times throughout the day. It'd just pop up and stand up and jam the action. Also, it doesn't like the 42 grain power point. It was just jamming continuously with that, and I dare say probably because it's just slightly longer than the standard 22 round, that it's just that little bit just to cause a few problems. But overall, I mean, the accuracy out of this rifle, in combination with the chassis system, RWS high velocity, you know, hollow points, half an inch at 50, what more can you really want from a 22? And then, you know, if you want to, you can go out further, have a heap of plinking fun, you know, a couple of 100 yards with some cans. So, and that's what it's all about in my view. So anyhow guys, look, hope you enjoyed the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.